competition has never been closer.
Absolute chills listening to Levin, but he has a point here, MDF. This game is all about seizing the right moment. Pollo and Peterbot flying in to the raft. Company beside them, but no Queasy and Thomas in sight.
But you do have Danath and Tinker still here. Peterbot and Pollo will have to make it out of the drop. They will have to make all the way to endgame here to meet Thomas, HD, and Queasy to run it back one more time. Eliminations are going to be huge here for Pollo and Peterbot as they get to have a chance to open up the point discrepancy.
This is anything but a detriment, though, as far as Pollo and Peterbot are concerned. Danath and Tinka nearly helping them tally up an additional 6 points if they're not careful. All the while, Thomas, Queasy, they've just landed touchdown home base here at Research Rock, Brawlers Battleground, and a whole game ahead of them to try and stamp their mark.
And I know everyone at home watching right now is sitting on the edge of their seats. What is gonna happen? Who is gonna take it all home and lift the trophy at the end, the bragging rights of being the best duo globally across all of the Fortnite regions? Kovacs and Huddy still have so much to fight for as well, given that their podium finish is up on the line here. Let's not forget, third place is still a huge jump up in prizing and bragging. But for Kovacs and Huddy, they've been fighting this team every single game of the weekend so far. They've been relatively successful, but this is the last chance now.
Neither side willing to budge, but for Sky and Scroll, they seem to be on the receiving end for the most part. Huddy, Kovacs trying to close in. They know just how injured they actually are, but Kovacs a little bit too ambitious. Sky, Scroll, they're gonna find the first knock. It's exclusively up to Huddy to keep that podium finish alive.
It's not over yet though. Huddy is way too healthy, and they recognize that this can go either way. Given how consistent he's been, beautiful tag right there onto one duo. Can he get the second? Surely he can, but the damage has been done, and he's forced onto the back foot, starting to run out of mats now. Armor wall comes out. Things are looking really dicey now for Huddy.
There's only so many ways that Huddy could actually choose to escape from this current position, however, and Scroll recognizes that fact. Scroll's gonna find that final elimination. Huddy and Kovacs have had a phenomenal run, but it's cut short. Pollo, Peterbot doing the same currently to Trashian threats.
And now, there's no friends in sight. Everyone at the raft must go. Peterbot and Pollo need more points, and they want to start opening up the gap here. Trashian's gonna be the first to fall now.
That final elimination having been established there for Pollo and Peterbot. We've got a moment to take a quick listen in with some of our teams.
Wait for the cameras, I'm gonna more craft, yeah? I just know the streams are going like, is Queasy gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Alright, bro. Let's get it. Fist bump, bro. Fist bump, man. Give me a fist bump, bro. Don't leave me hanging.
He thought about it. He tried to bait us. But no, you know, I do respect the fact Queasy and Thomas HD and their ability to stick to their guns, not be pressured into a decision that can throw their entire opportunity away. They've known that Peterbot and Pollo have not played perfectly today. However, when Peter has been online, when Pollo has been online, it is just incredible to witness clearly the clutches that he's put down today have proven just that.
Even when Pollo hasn't been there, the level of support that he's been able to provide for Peterbot and just fully trusting in his teammate, Peter, to clutch up every single time without fail. That is a huge amount of pressure rested upon Peterbot's shoulders, and yet he plays as if there's nothing weighing him down in the slightest.
What's really interesting about Peterbot and Pollo as well, the way they're playing right now, they're not taking any chances. Anything that moves is getting shot. You saw there, even clicks off in the they're hitting everyone back. They're gonna want 1,000 feet between them. And of course the trophy for now, but Ping and Wox here on the other side have been flying their way up the standings, truly earning their mark, making their mark here on the Globals stage. This is the grand finals, match 12 action happening right now. Yuma is gonna get his tournament cut short now. Wox has to clutch it up, but no! Rise has a different story on hand here. Gotta be careful now.
The damage has definitely already been done, though, by Wox and Ping. Even if Rise manages to overcome this 1 versus 2 scenario, without his duo, he's gonna have to make a play for the reboot ban, and that's gonna cost him so much time. Wox, Ping, though, they've got other things in mind, and that's continuing their streak here in the final hour. 2 eliminations already, a third party closing in. They've got ample amounts of shield, though. What they really need is more white heals and an opportunity to disengage, most importantly of all.
Honestly, from Wox, that was an incredible angle to counter the ramp that was thrown in the box right there. Quick thinking, swift action. It's gonna allow them to win that fight right there. Tinka has to be careful. They may have won an OCE championship, but here on the global stage, everyone is on equal footing. Things slow down for a moment. Other teams lurking nearby, listening, watching. Brazil, OCE. You never know who's gonna jump in first.
Chicho and Trulix, though, they're just sticking to what's tried and true. Surge base up, scour the entire area, and apply pressure onto the teams down in Doomsday. Keep in mind, that's likely going to be Epic Whale, Muzz, Ritual one more time, having to deal with Trulix and Chicho's affairs, but Chicho, Trulix, definitely trying to be wary. A couple of shots found their way from the flank positions, and despite how high up they've managed to build these surge bases, you could still be vulnerable when you got these open edits.
No shots returning just yet, though. Everyone almost in position for good reason. Sphinx and Dukes on the other side, playing the Storm right now, trying to, of course, secure what they can here. What a performance from Dukes this weekend here. Again, flying straight up to the top, not really looking back after making the top 5. He has just been so consistent with Sphinx. A duo that honestly we didn't even see coming out of nowhere. Back on over to Vico and Flixie. The Railways pushed out very early this time around with this far western pull.
Part of the reason being, though, we saw Vico and Flixie last we checked in. They were trying to surmount a base around the forecast tower and spawns just a little bit next to Dumping Hazen, but with Bryce and Bolts right behind them, you almost have to imagine that Bryce and Bolts potentially could have pushed them out of that position. Chap and Teeny on the other end, they're trying to deal with the likes of Ed and Persa. Nitro drone action only going to continue to pick up. There's a lot of commotion that both of these duos are making, and they're on the outside of the zone. Granted, they have plenty of time to work with. TD and Chap could also always opt to take this flaming boost tube if they feel as though this battle isn't worth their time.
Definitely are looking like it's time to get out of here. Couple eliminations, but time to just recoup, bounce back, get the materials, and find your way towards the mid game here. Meanwhile, Booga falls to the hands of Muzz and Epic Whale, and they are racking up the loot now. Other teams are still here at the Doomstot, though. Big rotates coming in, it seems like, from Reet and Ritual. Mapoli and Zoyota as well, just lurking, trying to find an opportunity here to pounce in.
That was a big set of eliminations, though, that Muzz and Epic Whale managed to find. And the fact that it was on to Aviv and Booga can be crushing when you consider that they had started to surmount the comeback potential, trying to maintain the top 10. Aviv unable to get the revive. Respect the commitment, but Muzz and Epic Whale just a little bit too quick on the collapse. can hear the crowd cheering as Thomas HD and Queasy come into view one more time. They're heading straight for this weapons bunker south of the Nitrodrome, and there's already company nearby. So instead, they might opt to pivot, take this flaming boost tube instead, Flowberry Fizz, and it's a fast rotate.
They're on the move right now, Swizzy and Yapko as well, just outside the Grim Grape. Trapped in between Murstache and Malibuca in the distance, a bunker here, of course, being the big upgrade to their loadout. The fact that they get this bunker completely uncontested makes a huge difference as well. Yapko with a single elim right now, starting to cap out on material. This is where focus will start to shift into where do they want to base down for the mid game. Jumping in with Pollo and Peterbot. You can see who's on the way here without giving it away. There is a very clear, determined play in motion right now to intercept this duo.
At the same time, though, you've got to time it right. Queasy and Thomas know Pollo and Peterbot, as long as they have Emma Frost reveal Medallion, every 50 seconds, that marker is going to go out. It is essentially full view of everyone surrounding you, and a big credit for as to why Peterbot has been able to find those two solo clutches for the victory royales here today.
Thomas HC is going to take a lot of damage there. It's time for Squeezy to possibly step up here, but Bach and Pars just going to back up, play that high ground, play that angle. More tags from behind. This is a huge setback now for Queasy here, forced to heal. Loadout looking pretty scrappy as well, given that they don't have big upgraded weaponry, right? They could use a bunker, they could use an elite chest or something. They definitely need something.
They've at least got mats to work with, though, and that could be the ultimate difference maker. Rift Island spawning off in the distance. Kashoro, Keiki, but it's Pollo and Peterbot that'll be first to the top. Capture point in sight. And with the control of Rift Island nearly underway, Pollo, Peterbot from this position sitting just inside of the zone as well. Their next intent likely gonna be to just fully restrict the flow of this lobby.
And it's almost easy for them to know where the Rift Island is going to spawn. They have the forecast tower. They know where the next zone's going. Obviously, the island's going to be in it, if not extremely close like it is right now. So it makes sense. Pollo and Peterbot are isolated here, and they will be for quite some time. This is, again, probably the weirdest Rift Island we've seen off on the western coast.
And even worse still, it's just a little bit above a weapons bunker as well. With that in mind, Peterbot, Pollo know teams are gonna want to get drawn towards that weapons bunker, but trouble afoot here for Vico and Flixie, incredibly low. Vico dropping immediately the ultimate low ground. It's a risky play whenever you opt, try and glide in, but Casper, Prism on the other side of these walls, and they are looking for an opportunity to take this team out.
Taking walks in a fight right now, continuing to key the lobby down. They want to jump up into those positions, and now they fight their way into fifth here as they're ramping it way online right now. Vico and Flixie next door to Casper and Prism. Paper and Victor V looking inwards, trying to see what's happening here. You have Kanata and the reigning champ, Cooper, there as well. Very, very contested spot here. Meanwhile, Bolts and Bryce, who are our fifth place team coming in, but now slipping down just nearby.
But Bryce and Bolts, they're still slinking around restored rails, and they can hear all of the action, all of the shots being fired just west of them, sometimes a little bit south. Bolts, Bryce, scavenging everything that remains here inside of restored reels, but if anything, their primary focus is exclusively on just maintaining a strong placement to close today out.
Great tags from Chicho. Every time we've jumped in, he has just on it with Trulex here. They have played very, very well. It's that third place spot is what is open for them right now. They're gonna pop this Flowberry Fizz and get their rotate going now. Of course, have the dashes, given that it's right on top of the Grim Gate. And all things considering, if the zone ends on the Grim Gate, that will be a factor in its own to take into account for an end game.
Well, don't count it out just yet, because we're seeing that river of sticks get further and further into the heart of these zones. Clicks Benno caught up currently with Malabuka and Murstache. From one side of the map to the next, though, Murstache, Malabuka know that they're gonna need some elimination points as well. They lost a lot of their footing they had after the conclusion of day one. Day two, just too many threats. Too many times of falling victim to the power of Oceana, Alex, and Worthy. And now Thomas HD, Queasy, they've managed to work their way from that sticky situation of dealing with Pars and Baka at the ship-it station, but still more trouble afoot here because they are fully aware of the fact that this current surge base is not empty.
It looks like they're looking to gear back up to take the fight again because they have to here. But Queasy scarily leaving himself available and open, trying to tempt others to jump in. Meanwhile, Baka and Pars are gonna bring it down and then go for the catch. This could be everything here. Thomas takes a lot of damage. Queasy is hurt as well. The lobby sees what's happening here, and a desperate spray of builds start to come out to try to keep them alive. No armored walls. This is the worst we've seen their loot.
They went for a risky maneuver really early on for what looked like an attempt to intercept Peterbot and Pollo's pathing, but now instead they find themselves caught in the crosshairs, 2 below the damage threshold. Seemingly the first time it feels like this weekend that we've seen this duo truly struggle with their surge management, but just like that, Thomas HD, Queasy, they find a moment of relief, a chance to breathe here, regenerate their shields as much as possible. But the situation continues to remain dire here for Vico, as he's a solo, no Flixie.
A lot of our top 3 right now in desperate situations for Vico here. What can you do? He's only 47 damage above the threshold. The damage needed starting to rack up here. He knows it, we know it. And now he moves. Goes back to where his teammate was fallen, trying to get a little heal off here. And he is missing every opportunity of the rotates. Thomas HD, Queasy have to go for a fight here, but no! They get caught and taken down! And just like that, the tournament run for Thomas HD and Queasy come to a close. Boyo and Peterbot effectively survived long enough to be your global champions.
Pollo and Peterbot, they're not even taking a moment to celebrate. It is all business as usual for these two. They want to leave it out with a bang. They're trying to find this last victory royale. Peterbot called it yesterday in interviews on socials. I will get 3 victory royales on the day.
Peterbot's dancing in the box. He knows what just happened. He knows they have done enough.
They died. What? Yeah. Hold on. Come on. Come on, bro. Let's go, baby. Let me look.
He knows. They know. Boyo can't even hide the smile.
What?
You know, you got to think about it. Every single major this year, they have been at the podium top, including the back-to-back coming out of the majors, and then to win the in-person event for the global competition. The interviews that were racked up across all of the competitors here pointed in one direction, and that's to Peterbot, that's to Boyo. And they are still showing up in the last game, and they'll very likely win this at this point.
Peterbot is an undisputed best player in the world currently, alongside his duo Pollo. They're still making sure to deal with the lobby as needed. Ping floating in the water here, but Peterbot and Pollo, second in Major 1. And then the hat trick to conclude the year. First place every single time. What more could you ask for?
And he's got some of the most victories pulled here on the grand final stage. Just keeping it so close as well. Nothing of a perfect performance by any means, but just so far ahead of the rest. Clearly, he's a cut above the competition, but for others, there's still a lot to fight for here as second and third are now out of the game. If Bolts and Bryce pull a big game here, they could very well jump their way up into some significant new prizing and maybe be called the third, maybe the second best team in the world.
They're not the only ones seeking it out either. You've got to keep in mind Trulex and Chicho, Wax and Ping, also Sphinx and Dukes. They had a little bit of a slip-in, but everyone is still within striking range, depending on who actually closes out. Lobby number 12, Bolts with the elimination from afar. It's going to be Baka that falls. Pars now a victim of the surge damage takes as well as the focus of the lobby, and he's taken out.
Bolt's on the move right now, looking to secure that loot. Nicely done for him, but they are barely holding on right now. The surge should turn offline here shortly. However, they still want to find damage just to give them that peace of mind. Meanwhile, Clix is still up, trying to navigate this game. So there's a lot at works here. Bolt's looking around, Bryce looking around. What opportunities are available here? Not many.
Problem is how chaotic these final few moments are about to become. Everyone's got access to this river of sticks. Next to the sword reels, the underworld dashes coming into effect. Teams able to conserve as much material as possible with these vicious rotates, not to mention the aggression avenues that it opens up with being able to immediately dash into somebody else's box. Clone, Kramsu even taking full advantage, immediately charging at Seti and Cammy, but it's Chicho and Trulex who are trying to make the difference here. Janet's gonna be taken out. Monarch pistol accuracy on point currently for Chicho.
He's just so good with it. The highlights continuing to rack up. Now Chicho and Trulex sitting underneath the box of Sphinx and Dukes, who have the high ground here, but a rotate has to come out. It's a long stretch from here to the new zone. Sphinx is on the move right now. 37 players in the game, 19 duos remaining. Pewterbot and Foyo still playing the low ground right now. They have eyes on Batman, Booger, and Rapid. They have eyes on Kanata and Cooper. Who will be the next to fall victim to your champions at this point?
Pewterbot and Foyo are floating through this lobby. Quite literally, secondary height gonna fall under their control temporarily. They're still choosing to target forward, maintaining this front side position. They haven't challenged height just yet, but that scan bound to go out soon enough. They know Shadow Virgo directly underneath them. Bryce Bolts now trying to collapse into the same layers, but they realize it's Foyo, it's Pewterbot underneath us. We've got to escape.
They can't stick around here for too much longer, or it'll be disastrous. And what a storybook finish for Pewterbot and Foyo 2. They used to be the kings of Grim Gate, let's not forget it. They play very well with the underworld dashes at their disposal. Bolt and Bryce up against Phaser and King now. They are very, very weak. However, the surge is online, and they're taking a lot of damage here.
And Bryce and Bolts fall now. Wax, Ping, Trulex, Chicho, bound to have smiles from cheek to cheek, but the job's not finished. They've got to keep powering through. Same could be said here for Foyo and Pewterbot. They've already secured the global championship, but they don't even care. They still want more.
Still makes you wonder how much harder everyone will need to work. They want to win this one and take it from Pewterbot and Foyo, because look at what they're doing. They want to close out in strong fashion, and Brazilian duo up top of Ed and Persa are standing in their way, and Foyo wants nothing to do with it.
Foyo, Pewterbot, they know only one player is between themselves and hype. Instead, they will drop momentarily. They already got an elimination. Pewterbot's still looking for more, though. Armored Wall's gonna cut him off for the time being, but Pewterbot, Foyo, they find King. Another 6 points added to the tab, and it's not done yet.
They're gonna heal all the way up now. A little bit of mats to work with here too, but they still need a bit more. Still looking for Ed, still looking for Persa, looking to break out the build. And I think they're up top, but no. They have everything to themselves now, but no material to work with.
Mambuga and Rapid, they can tell up ahead, teams pressuring onto their ceilings, but again, Teeny, Chap, has already fallen, and Teeny just trying to do what he can to navigate the chaos. He sees Rapid go down. He wants to make his way to the body loop, but he's not going to be able to scurry any longer. Immediately taken out by Pollo nonetheless. Peterbot finds Teeny all the while. Virgo next to fall, and Trulex Chicho just doing what they can to survive.
And look at who jumps down once again. Peterbot, Pollo finding all these angles onto everyone. Meanwhile, Chicho lurking on the low ground takes out the immediate competition, securing their third place. Peterbot, though, wants the win here. He's looking to take it from Reet. Claps back with a huge shot. Things have to slow down now. Pollo comes up to support his teammate. The scan comes out. They know where everyone's at. The med kit is there as well. Pollo, the perfect partner in crime for what is unfolding here right now. And just a couple of duels left. They don't have a lot of HP. Pollo looking to show them what he is made of.
Pollo and Peterbot have had so much time now to recuperate what they lost as far as health is concerned. Peterbot's already got one knock onto Trulex. It's just Chicho standing between them at this point. And Peterbot finds his third victory royale on the day, but most importantly of all, a global championship.
The undisputed 2024 champion, Pollo, Peterbot, taking home in the only way they know how, and that is with a victory royale. Congratulations.
Everything was for this moment.
Forward! Would you please give it everything you've got for the NFCS Global Champions 2024, Peterbot and Pollo! Congratulations, come this way guys, come and stand in front of me, bring the trophy with you, come and stand just here fellas. Bring that trophy because it is very much all yours. Wow, you've done it. The Global Champions Fort Worth! Peterbot, I'm gonna come to you first. How does it feel to officially confirm Global Champion?
It means the world to me. I mean, we knew we were going to win coming into it, and we're the best duo in the world.
Pollo, the trophy is yours. It has been an incredible year. Tell us exactly what's going through your mind right now as well.
I mean, this is amazing. Like, we got second the first major, and then win. Just three-peat.
We heard you earlier on in the comms say, greatest in the world, baby. Is that what it feels like right now? You've proved it on this main stage.
Yeah, we are the greatest in the world. I will say that, for sure.
It's been an incredible 2024 for you guys. Back-to-back majors, the Global Championship as well. It feels unstoppable. How has your experience been this weekend? Everything play out as you planned? I mean, you came into this with such confidence, Pollo.
Yeah, I think we were gonna win. Like the first few games at the start of this day didn't go as like planned, but it ended up working in the end.
I'm going to ask as well here, you were really pushed to the limits there. You came in strong today. Bit more difficult, but you managed to ride through what the experience of this year and those major titles as well. That's really what feels like got you here as well, to confirm officially greatest in the world.
Three-peat. We got a three-peat now.
I'm going to ask one last time as well, for you guys, Pollo, what do you want to say to the fans out there? I mean, Fort Worth, make some noise one more time. The fans there, everyone watching at home. Anything you want to say to them down the camera right now, just say, what do you feel? You and Peterbot right here.
Thank you for everyone being here. My family's here as well. Thank you to them. Thank you for being here.
Peterbot.
Same for me.
One more time, Fort Worth, would you please put your hands together and give it up for your FNCS Global Champions 2024, Peterbot and Pollo!
There you have it. After an unbelievable year,
Peterbot, Pollo, from a record-setting major number 2 to the back-to-back champions, coming in, defending titles. And now, here in Fort Worth, our global champions.
Gentlemen, take a deep breath.
I don't need a deep breath.
You don't need a deep breath. I love it. Guys, I want you to just bask in that for a moment. You've done it. You set an unbelievable record in Major 2. You back-to-back in Major 3. And then you take it that one step further. A global championship title.
Oh, bro, let's go, dude.
Pollo, you said you're here with your family. How does it feel, man, to know you're a global champion? You've worked so hard all year long. Your family is here. NA is here with you. Fort Worth is here with you. Dig deep, tell me, how does it feel?
Feels amazing. I mean, last year I didn't do like as good as I wanted, so now winning, it feels even better. And then with the fans, my family being here, it makes it even better.
Peterbot, same question, brother. Dig deep, let me know, how's it feeling?
I mean, I have 20 family members in the crowd right now.
Let's go.
Feels the world, you know what I'm saying?
Awesome stuff, guys. Listen, it's hard because you guys have broken records throughout the entirety of the year, almost every single one that has ever existed. You guys got second, first. Now you went on the international stage. I guess the question for me is, are your eyes or your goals set on anything else? Like, have you done it all? Do you want to go further? Do you want to just keep winning? Where are we going?
I mean, you can only just keep winning.
Peter?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna win 3 out of 3 next year and win the globals next year too.
Wow.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Look, Pollo, you burst onto the scene last year. I remember you were trying out with Boog. Everyone said, who's this kid? Pollo, where's he come from? NA West, what on earth is going on? Your rise has been incredible. And of course, understandably, everyone looks at Peter and goes, this guy's the best in the world. But for you to have achieved what you've achieved the past 2 years, right? Talk to me about how you've done that and advice you'd give to young up-and-coming talent who want to do what you've done.
Yeah, so I got a good teammate, Sphinx. We ended up getting 3rd, 5th. We got a coach that really helped us. So from that, and then I played with Peter. So then we won. So to the people like out there that want to play, just play, like just play every day, and then just watch people, watch pros, watch your mistakes as well.
Guys, I want you to take a moment here. I just want you to just look around this stadium. Look at all of these fans standing up for you guys. They are here with you in this moment. You have created a moment in FNCS history that we'll remember forever. What do you guys want to say to these fans, to the fans at home who are watching and want to aspire to do what you do, who are literally yelling your name the same way these fans here have been yelling?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's home court advantage. The fans, you guys are amazing, and I appreciate all you guys for coming out and watching.
Pollo.
Same thing.
Absolutely fantastic. Fort Worth, one more time, give it up for your global champions! Guys, thank you so much. Grab your trophy, get out of here, go celebrate. We'll take those headsets from you.
Congrats, bro.
Hey.
That's right, go on. One more time, Dickies Arena, let them hear it! Man, Vivid, Levin, what do we even say? What else could we say about this duo? They have not allowed us to talk about anybody else. We've tried. We have tried. And yet, every step of the way, they have stolen the spotlight. And now they walk away as global champions.
I mean, being closely associated with the NAFNCS throughout the year, there were doubts every single major for this duo to win it. Yeah, the first one they got second, but every single time they proved everybody wrong, and Levin was talking about it. I mean, there were huge doubts coming into the global championship this year. Oh, Peterbot not going to be as good in person. Well, I think this performance has shut everybody else up. I have no idea what negative things you could have to say about this duo. They seem unstoppable.
I think everyone's pretty much established that, yes, these guys are the best team in the world. Forget about that. They are the best team of all time. There has never been a duo this good. Speaking of individuals, of course, the big man, Skinny P, there has never been a player that good. Nobody has reached the levels he has shown us this weekend. The way he played, I don't know if anybody ever will. This guy is a different gravy. This duo is a different level. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for them, man. This is special.
Just to think as well, I mean, Peterbot, it's crazy to think about it, you know. He is just this star, but behind every star, there's always that player to help him shine brighter. Pollo, it didn't matter the situations. He was always right there with Peterbot. In those situations where it looked bleak, I mean, even in that last game, Peterbot gets absolutely cracked and is recoiling, and Pollo is there instantly. Here's the med kit. Get back in the fight. This is the last game. We must win.
Sometimes it's hard to visualize. Sometimes it's hard to quantify, right? Just looking at the pure statistics. But these type of performances from Peterbot were not happening before teamed up with Pollo. There is something special about the chemistry of this duo, and why it may not always be obvious, it is definitely there.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, these guys are the blueprint going forward. I think everybody sort of had conversations after that first major 2 dominance of, is this the future? Do you put 2 crazy fraggers next to each other and try to get them to figure out the game? I think we'll see a lot more duos in this mold being formed for years to come.
Just fantastic stuff, Levin. I have a question for you. You like to say that EU is on top, but how many FNCS Global Championship titles does EU have?
Go on.
How many global championship titles does NA have? Vivid, you were wearing a shirt yesterday. What was on that shirt again?
NA on top.
Hey, what do you got to say about that, big man?
Hey, man, 2024 has been NA's year. Absolutely. And I mean, no better duo you could have had than this one to be leading the charge for your region. I want to say a big props, of course. Everyone's going to, you know, give Peterbot and Pollo the praise. Absolutely, they deserve it. A lot of people expected it to be a blowout coming into the Global Championships of how good they've been. For Queasy and Thomas to have pushed it to the limit, honestly, I can't even believe Thomas has come second again. You know, Queasy on the global stage to come second again, it hurts. It hurts me. It will hurt them, but props to them for just how good they've been and at least pushing us to the final game. That was something many people would have never expected to happen. So props to them and the rest of the EU boys filling up that top 6. The rest of the EU boys filling up that top 6. Super impressed by all of them.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously have to give Queasy Thomas flowers, right? They were the only duo. The moment Peterbot and Pollo started to pull away, they were the only duo that could hang. And it came down to the wire there. If their loadout had been just a little bit different, this could have been just infinitely changed. To see, you know, obviously, Viv, I would have loved to see just like Invitational, and he knew what he was doing, but still, to have just an amazing run, and of course, $300,000 there to the duo for coming in second place. Once again, life-changing amounts of money. You have to be proud of this duo.
Yeah, I mean, I can almost guarantee you that they're going to be heartbroken, even though second place is incredible. And we do have to point out the fact that, yeah, we came into day number 2, or maybe even the global championships as a whole, being like Peterbot and Pollo, they're going to run away with it. It's not even going to be close. But Queasy and Thomas, they gave us that race. They were very, very close. They were applying the pressure to Peterbot and Pollo, and that alone deserves its own recognition.
Look, I've been handing out flowers just now. I'm going to hand out some more flowers. I just got up on that stage a second ago and was talking about moments, right? One of the moments I mentioned involved Queasy 2 years ago at the Invitational. He is now a part of, again, one of the best moments we have had in Fortnite history. This is the best IGL of all time, the greatest IGL of all time. Again, he might not be happy hearing that. Now all he would have been caring about is the chip, winning the championship. But give Queasy his flowers. GOAT status.
That's right. I mean, and of course, just a massive reminder, these are the 50 best duos in the world for Fortnite. If your favorite duo maybe did not, win or walk away in the placement that even they thought was worthy of winning or walking away, please go find them on socials. Go send them love. They are one of the 50 best duos in the world. And they competed and left everything on that stage for you at home, for everyone here in this arena, and for Fortnite history.
It's been an incredible year. 2024 closes out with a bang. Global Championship delivered. We were jumping up here on the stage. We were screaming. There's probably been some voices lost throughout the arena. Shout out to the Fortnite fam and everybody associated with the competition. And a big shout out to the competitors for keeping it clean throughout 12 games. You guys delivered. Thank you for the show. And one big congratulations to Peterbot and Pollo.
Got to echo what Vivid said there, man. Put it perfectly. This has been one of my favorite events of all time. It's been special. I can't wait for what the future holds. For all of these players walking off the stage now, they've been great. I hope to see all of them back in the future.
That's right. Fortnite fam, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing us to live this crazy dream of bringing 50 duos from around the world to compete for a title of global champions. It has been an honor and a pleasure, and we look forward to hanging out with you more in 2025. From these fantastic people, from Mini Miner, from Kelly Link, from Monster D-Face, from The Best Taco, and Adam Savage, we look forward to seeing you in 2025. Until then, we love you, keep yourself safe, and we'll see you on that battle bus.